Have you ever caught yourself staring so hard into the rearview mirror of your life that you're missing the beautiful scenery right outside your window today? Well, today we're going to have a gentle chat about something many of us grapple with as we get older. It's this common habit of living too much in the past. You know, spending our precious time constantly comparing today to how things used to be, maybe dwelling on old regrets, or just wishing for the good old days. It might seem harmless, like simple reminiscing, but always looking backward can quietly steal the joy from our present moments. It can leave us feeling discontent, perhaps a bit stuck or even tinged with sadness or bitterness, blinding us to the opportunities for happiness and connection that are right here, right now. Finding that sense of comfort, freedom, and true peace of mind in these golden years often hinges on learning how to cherish the present. I think of my dear friend Eleanor. After retiring from a demanding career, she spent the better part of a year feeling rather lost, constantly lamenting the loss of her old executive title and the hustle she was used to. She felt diminished. Then one afternoon, her little granddaughter, seeing her tending the vegetable patch, proudly declared her the head gardener of Grandpa's tomatoes. Eleanor told me she just burst out laughing and in that moment, realized her new roles, however different, held their own unique value and profound joy. She started focusing on that garden and honestly, her spirits blossomed right along with those tomatoes. So, in this video, we'll explore some simple, practical habits to help us gently shift our focus from what was to appreciating what is, allowing us to find more contentment every single day. If this topic resonates with you, or if you find the tips helpful, please do give this video a little thumbs up. It truly helps others like us find this chat. And of course, I'd be delighted if you'd subscribe for more conversations tailored for us folks navigating and enjoying our later chapters. Now, something else we need to keep an eye on is letting our social circles shrink. It happens so easily as the years go by, doesn't it? Friends move away, or maybe we just get out less often. Take my neighbor Frank, for instance. After his dear wife Martha passed away, he really became quite withdrawn. Lovely man, but he'd always have a polite excuse when someone invited him out. He just sort of faded into the background. And honestly, that's a genuine worry, because being isolated isn't just about feeling a bit lonely or sad. It's actually bad for our health, both body and mind. Researchers have found clear links between loneliness and things like depression, our memory not staying as sharp as it could, and even heart trouble. We are social creatures, after all. We thrive on connection. Staying involved keeps our brains ticking and definitely lifts our spirits. Anyway, Frank's son finally gave him a gentle nudge, practically insisted he join our little Tuesday morning coffee group down at the diner. Frank wasn't keen at first, you could tell, but he came along, and you know what? Now, he's often the first one grabbing a booth, ready with a story or a joke. He told me just the other week, "George," he said, "getting out that one morning a week honestly pulls me through the rest of it." It made such a tremendous difference for him. So please, don't just wait for the phone to ring or for someone else to make the first move all the time. Be the one to reach out sometimes. Make a simple plan to call an old friend this week, or schedule a regular coffee date. Even just once a month is a good start. Have a look at what's going on locally too. Senior centers often have wonderful programs, maybe a book club you'd enjoy, a gentle walking group, or even just a weekly card game. Volunteering is another fantastic way to meet like-minded people. Remember, even those short, regular chats and interactions can make a world of difference to how you feel day in and day out. Remember my friend Jane down the block? She used to get so frustrated whenever she had to ask her kids for help with the computer or her phone. She felt a bit lost, really. But then, at 75, she decided enough was enough. She signed herself up for a basic computer class down at the library. Honestly, it changed everything for her. Now, she's emailing away, sharing photos with family overseas, and she even joined one of those virtual book clubs she'd heard about. She told me just the other day that feeling capable with technology, even just the basics, has opened up a whole new world. It wasn't about becoming some tech whiz, it was about not feeling left behind. And Jane's story really highlights something important, doesn't it? It's that trap we can fall into, thinking, "Oh, I'm too old for that." Whether that is figuring out a smartphone, picking up a paintbrush again, or even just trying a different route for our daily walk. Our brains, you see, they love a bit of a challenge. They thrive on stimulation. When we stop learning new things or stop pushing ourselves even a little, we risk feeling bored, maybe a bit mentally foggy. We can start feeling stagnant, like life's just passing us by. Learning keeps the mind sharp, keeps things interesting. And that old saying about not teaching old dogs new tricks? Baloney. We absolutely can learn, we just might do it at our own speed, and that's perfectly alright. Ignoring this can lead to feeling isolated or irrelevant, and who wants that? So, how do we keep that spark going? Well, just get curious. Think about something, anything, you've maybe wondered about or wanted to try. It doesn't have to be climbing Mount Everest. Maybe take a look at classes offered at the local community center or library, like Jane did. Or try learning a few phrases in another language online. There are some wonderful free apps for that now. Even simpler things count. Figure out how to video call the grandkids so you can see their smiling faces. Join a choir, take up gardening, or just make a point to try one new recipe each week. The key is just starting. Small steps keep the mind active and life feeling fresh. Don't let anyone, especially yourself, tell you it's too late to learn something new. Alright, let's talk about something I know many of us deal with as we get older, and that's worrying. Especially about our health. It's only natural to pay more attention to the creaks and groans these days, isn't it? But there's a difference between being sensible about your health and letting worry take over your life. That constant anxiety about every little ache, every potential illness down the road, well, it creates a whole lot of stress. And that stress itself isn't good for us, physically or mentally. It can actually stop us enjoying the good health and the mobility we do have right now. We might start avoiding things, thinking, oh, what if my knee plays up? Or, what if I get tired? It can even become a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, where all that worrying actually makes us feel worse. It reminds me of my old golfing buddy, Bob. Good fellow, but he used to be a terrible worrier about his health. Every round of golf, it wasn't just about the score, it was a running commentary on his dodgy knee, or whether his blood pressure felt a bit high that day. He'd analyze every single twinge. It got so bad he nearly gave up golf altogether. His doctor finally told him, quite sensibly, that while keeping appointments and taking his medication was important, he needed to stop monitoring himself quite so intensely. He advised Bob to focus on his daily walk, enjoy the fresh air, and concentrate on the game and the company when he was out on the course. Well, Bob really took that to heart. He started focusing on his swing, chatting with the lads, enjoying being outdoors. He still gets the odd ache, same as most of us. But he says he feels 10 times better overall now that he's not constantly expecting something to go wrong. He's enjoying life more. So, what's the takeaway here? It's about finding that balance. Be aware of your health, definitely, but don't let worry run the show. Focus on the things you can actually control. That means eating reasonably well, trying to get some gentle movement in each day, keeping up with your doctor's appointments, and taking any medications as prescribed. When those worrisome thoughts about your health pop up, and they will, try to just acknowledge them without letting them spiral. Maybe take a few deep breaths, or consciously shift your focus onto something else, something you enjoy doing. Put on some music, call a friend, get stuck into a hobby. Don't let worry steal your joy. You know, after big changes like retiring, or maybe the kids have long flown the nest, it's surprisingly common to feel a bit adrift. Like, what's my role now? Where do I fit in? It can leave you feeling a bit flat, maybe even useless if we're honest. And that feeling, that lack of a reason to get the day started, it really matters. It's not just feeling a bit down, it's tied to our overall happiness, our get up and go. Without that sense of purpose, it's easy to slide into apathy, or worse, genuine depression. It really can take a toll on both mind and body. I think of my dear friend Sylvia. She was a nurse for decades, always busy, always needed. When she retired, well, she was lost. Completely. She missed that feeling of making a difference, you see. It really hit her hard for a while. After moping about for a bit, she decided to try something. She started volunteering, just a couple of mornings a week, down at the local hospital. Nothing medical, mind you. She'd guide visitors, deliver flowers to the wards, that sort of thing. Simple tasks, but Sylvia told me, being back in that helping environment, even in that small way, it gave her that spark back. She felt useful again, connected. She's like a different person now, truly vibrant. It shows you don't need the same grand purpose as before. So, if you're feeling that drift, Take some time to think about what gives you meaning now. It might be quite different from your working life, and that's perfectly all right. Maybe volunteering speaks to you, like it did for Sylvia. Or perhaps it's mentoring someone younger, finally writing that family history, getting your hands dirty in the garden, or even just looking after a pet. Anything that makes you feel like you're contributing, even in a small way, can make a world of difference. Find your reason to get up and greet the day. So there we have it. 5 common traps that can sneak up on us after 65. Living too much in the past, isolating ourselves, thinking we're done learning, letting worries take over, and losing that sense of purpose. It's easy to fall into these habits, isn't it? They creep up slowly, and if we don't spot them, they can really rob us of the joy these years can hold. Ignoring them often leads to feeling lonely, bored, or even affects our health. Just recognizing them is truly half the battle. Just acknowledging, maybe I have been pulling back a bit, or am I worrying more than usual, is a powerful start. Take someone like my friend George, 72. After he stopped working, he felt adrift, like he didn't matter much anymore. He'd sit and sigh about the good old days, feeling like his best days were behind him. It was tough seeing him feeling so stuck. Losing that sense of purpose is a big one for many of us, you know. Our roles change, work ends, the kids are grown. It's easy to feel a bit redundant, but purpose isn't just about a job title. It's about feeling useful, engaged, like you're contributing something. Anyway, George's granddaughter dragged him along to a local historical society meeting one day. And guess what? He eventually started giving talks about our town's history. Found a whole new lease on life, he did. Maybe for you, finding purpose is volunteering, picking up an old hobby, or even just helping a neighbor regularly. Find something, however small, that makes you feel needed. You see, happiness in these golden years isn't just about putting your feet up, though a bit of that is certainly nice. It's really about making active choices, choosing connection, choosing to learn, choosing to find meaning each day. Consider my neighbor, Martha, 80. She could easily stay home, but she actively seeks things out. Joined a book club, takes walks with friends, learned video calling. She chooses engagement. Where can you consciously choose activity this week instead of just letting the day drift by? Look, none of us is immune to these traps. We all stumble sometimes. Maybe you recognized yourself in the bit about worry, or perhaps the idea of stopping learning hit home. I myself sometimes catch myself dwelling on aches and pains. Then I remember my own advice and focus on what I can do. The wonderful thing is, it's never too late to change course. We have the power to climb out. Don't try to fix everything at once. Just pick one area that resonated with you today, and decide on one tiny step you can take. Maybe look up that club, call that friend, or read about something new. These years really can be golden, filled with richness and contentment. You absolutely deserve that. Take that first small step. You've earned these years, make them count. Well, that brings us to the end of our little chat today. It really boils down to this, doesn't it? Finding joy after 65 isn't about some magic formula. It's about making conscious choices every day. One of the most important things, truly, is staying connected. Loneliness can creep in so easily if we let it, and it really does affect our overall well-being, our mental health. It's vital to keep those social ties strong, nurture relationships old and new. Now, that doesn't mean you had to be a social butterfly every minute. For me, sometimes it's just making sure I call my daughter twice a week, or meeting my friend Bill for coffee down at the corner cafe. Little things add up, and finding a sense of purpose is just as crucial. Retirement is wonderful, but having nothing specific to do can feel surprisingly empty after a while. We all need a reason to get up in the morning, something that makes us feel useful or engaged, contributing in some way. It keeps the mind sharp and spirits high. I know folks who've started volunteering at the local library, others who finally took up painting. My neighbor, George, he started mentoring young people starting their own businesses. He says sharing his experience gives him more energy than he's had in years. Find what sparks your interest, no matter how small it seems. You know, embracing these golden years is often about a shift in perspective too. It's about appreciating the wisdom we've gained. My friend Martha, she's 82, she always says her garden is her therapy. She's out there every morning, rain or shine, tending her roses. She can't kneel like she used to, so she got one of those little benches on wheels and some long-handled tools. She finds such peace just watching things grow, noticing the little changes each day. She shares her flowers with neighbors, chats over the fence. It's not complicated, is it? It's finding joy in the everyday, adapting where we need to, and knowing that this stage of life has its own unique beauty and opportunities for aging well. So, don't think for a minute that the best years are behind you. There's so much living still to do, so much happiness to find in retirement life. Keep exploring, keep connecting, keep growing. I hope some of these ideas resonated with you today. If you enjoyed our time together, maybe give this video a thumbs up, or perhaps subscribe so we can share more thoughts down the road. And please, do share your own experiences about purposeful living or avoiding loneliness in the comments below. We can all learn from each other. Take good care of yourselves, and remember to find a little bit of sunshine in your day, every day. Until next time.